There is a vast gap in the life of Jesus that the Bible remains almost completely silent about. 80 mysterious years, from the time he was 12 until he turned 30. Where was he during this period? What did he learn? And why is there not a single official record of these years? This silence has opened one of the greatest mysteries in religious history, sparking curiosity, debate, and bold theories that have persisted for centuries. Some scholars believe that during these years, Jesus lived quietly in the small village of Nazareth, learning carpentry from his foster father Joseph, leading a simple life like other Jews of his time. But if that were truly the case, why would the Bible omit every detail, even the smallest anecdote? Outside of scripture, strange legends tell that he may have traveled far beyond Judea, venturing into distant lands in search of wisdom. Some claim he reached India, studying under monks and encountering Buddhist and Hindu teachings. Others insist he went to Egypt, absorbing the mysteries of the Nile civilization, where spiritual knowledge and rituals had flourished for thousands of years. What makes the mystery even more compelling are the fragments of manuscripts, folk stories, and even ancient records outside the Bible, all hinting that Jesus may have undergone an extraordinary journey, one that surpasses modern imagination. Could it be that these missing years were the very time he prepared for his divine mission? Or were the years of sacred experiences deliberately hidden, leaving humanity with an empty space to ponder? As we turn back to those forgotten pages of history, we face a labyrinth of theories and legends. Some accounts suggest that Jesus met with desert mystics, learning ancient rites and receiving wisdom from ascetic communities. Certain ancient writings even imply that he spent time with the Essenes, a mysterious Jewish sect devoted to asceticism and spiritual life. Perhaps it was there that he absorbed profound ideas about love, forgiveness, and unwavering faith in God. The 18 years of silence were not empty, but perhaps a time of sacred preparation, where every step and every memory was cloaked in the fog of history. And it is this very obscurity that makes the story so captivating, impossible to ignore. People long to know, yet find only scattered fragments. This mystery about Jesus is not just a question of religion, but a journey of discovery that transcends borders, where faith, history, and imagination intertwine. If the 18 missing years of Jesus were nothing more than a quiet life in Nazareth, perhaps the story would not have become such a profound mystery. The silence of the Bible, however, ignited human imagination, and from that silence countless theories emerged, each one opening a door to distant lands where he might have walked. One of the most frequently mentioned theories is the journey of Jesus to the East. Ancient legends tell that he appeared in India, among sacred temples where chants echoed through stillness. Some believe he studied under Indian sages, delving deeply into the laws of karma, the cycle of birth and rebirth, and later integrated these truths into his own teachings. Certain writings outside the Bible even describe a young man from the West who taught compassion and love, teachings strikingly similar to what Jesus would later proclaim in Judea. Not only India, but Tibet also enters the picture, a mystical land of monks hidden atop snowy mountains. There, he may have learned meditation, silence, and the art of communion with the divine. Could it be that such experiences gave him the extraordinary spiritual strength to face the severe trials awaiting him when he returned home? Other stories point to Egypt, the land of pyramids and secrets etched into temple walls. Egypt was not only a repository of ancient knowledge but also a center of mystical schools. Many believe Jesus journeyed there, encountering priests and absorbing wisdom preserved for millennia. Perhaps it was there that seeds of miraculous power were planted. The ability to heal, to perform wonders, to transcend human limits. What makes these theories compelling is the strange intersection of civilizations. If Jesus truly traveled across lands, he carried not only the Jewish tradition, but also the wisdom of multiple cultures. This might explain the depth and uniqueness of his teachings, a blend that was at once familiar yet revolutionary, universal yet challenging to the mindset of his time. The 18 years of silence then become an open canvas that invites endless questioning. Was it the period in which God himself prepared his son, so that when he appeared in public, he carried within him not only the heritage of Judaism, but also the distilled essence of other spiritual traditions? Or is it all simply human imagination, filling a historical void with myths too enchanting to resist? Though answers may forever remain out of reach, our curiosity never fades. The more we search, the more the mystery unfolds, leading us deeper into paths of speculation and wonder. Perhaps it is this very uncertainty that makes the story eternal in the minds of humanity. So which theory do you lean toward? Did Jesus walk the East, in India or Tibet? Or was he in the mystical land of Egypt? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you find this story fascinating, don't forget to hit like so more people can join you in exploring this mystery. In the search for the truth about the 18 missing years, another intriguing possibility emerges. The theory that Jesus may have lived among mysterious religious communities within his own homeland. One of the groups most frequently mentioned is the Essenes, a Jewish sect that lived ascetically in the desert, withdrawing from society to devote themselves to prayer, spiritual purification, and the preservation of sacred writings. The manuscripts discovered at Qumran, closely associated with the Dead Sea Scrolls, reveal that the Essenes lived with strict discipline, believed in absolute purity, and awaited a Messiah who would deliver humanity. This raises a profound question. Did Jesus ever encounter them? Could it be that, during his silent years, he absorbed ideas about justice, love, forgiveness, and unshakable faith in God from this very ascetic community? Some scholars note striking parallels between the teachings of Jesus and the beliefs of the Essenes. Both emphasized humility, compassion, generosity toward the poor, and faith in the coming of a divine kingdom. If such a connection truly existed, then the 18 silent years were not wasted, but instead became a period of nurturing and preparation within a strict yet profoundly spiritual environment. Beyond the Essenes, some theories suggest that Jesus may have met with desert sages, guardians of ancient knowledge existing outside the mainstream of Judaism. Perhaps he learned to weave together scriptural wisdom with mystical experience, creating a foundation so unique that no one before him had ever possessed it. From this synthesis, his later teachings gained their extraordinary power, at once familiar yet transcendent, deeply rooted yet radically new. Still, all of these ideas remain speculation. No historical record confirms that Jesus lived among the Essenes or studied directly with them. The absence of evidence only deepens the mystery. The more humanity seeks, the more it finds itself wandering through the fog of history. Could this be God's intention, that we should always hunger to know, always question, and never cease seeking his Son? One thing seemed certain: the 18 silent years could never have been meaningless. They were more like a hidden preparation, a sacred retreat, shaping Jesus before he stepped into public ministry with miraculous power. Like a volcano quietly building pressure beneath the surface, he gathered strength until the right moment came when his words and deeds would erupt, forever altering the course of human history. What do you think of this theory? Did Jesus live among the ascetic Essenes, learning from them? Or are such ideas nothing more than romantic speculations of later generations? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you'd like more people to join in uncovering this mystery, don't forget to hit like so the story can reach even further. No matter how many theories exist about the 18 missing years of Jesus, the truth remains hidden beneath a dense veil of mystery. We are left only with scattered fragments, ancient legends, and faint hints in texts outside the Bible. Yet, it is precisely this silence that makes the story so compelling. Sometimes, what is not written is what most drives humanity to keep searching. Looking at the life of Jesus from his childhood recorded in Scripture to his public ministry, we can see a clear and extraordinary preparation. He stepped into the world with profound wisdom, far beyond his age, and a spiritual strength that astonished everyone. It seems he had been perfectly equipped to fulfill his sacred mission to bring light and love to all mankind. Many believe those silent 18 years were not wasted, but instead were the very time God used to shape and prepare his Son. Perhaps Jesus traveled far and wide to learn, or perhaps he simply remained in his homeland, living quietly. Yet, even in silence, he was preparing his soul for the great mission ahead. Either way, those 18 missing years remain an unsolved mystery, and maybe it is this very mystery that makes his image so wondrous, both deeply human and yet beyond human reach. People will continue to ask, where was Jesus? What did he learn? What did he experience in those years? But sometimes, the answer does not lie in the old pages of history, it lies in faith. Faith allows us to understand that, no matter what the past may hide, the mission and message of love that Jesus gave to the world remain an eternal light for humanity. The story of the 18 missing years is not only a gap in history, but also a reminder that every human journey has its silences. It is within these silences that we are prepared, refined, and made ready for the greater missions of our lives. Perhaps that is the deepest message this mystery whispers to us. If you also find this hidden journey fascinating and wish to continue exploring more wondrous stories about Jesus, share your thoughts in the comments and consider liking or subscribing to the channel. Together, our curiosity and reflections may help shed light on mysteries that remain hidden today.